Well, here we are again. I haven't done a video for about 3 days. So, here I am. Happy Father's Day, all the fathers out there. And yes, my voice is still going. I don't know why. Probably because there's so much pollen in the air, and it's like, well, been anywhere from 85 to 90 every day here for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. We went right from winter into summer, it seems, because before this was, we just had cold weather and a lot of rain. So we're not raining, so I'm not complaining. It's nice and sunny outside. The dog's having fun with the new neighbors next door, who has moved in with 3 dogs. So Chubby is going crazy now because they have 1 lab, and I don't know what the other breeds the other ones are. I thought one looked like a husky, but I don't know. Anyhow, so he wants to go outside all the time and bark back at him all the time. But and then I was watching today on the internet, and I saw that Assembly Bill 291 was signed by the governor. And Assembly Bill 291 actually will make it, well, it stiffens a lot of penalties that were already on the books, but it also makes sure it was started as a bump fire initiative where we wanted to get rid of the bump fire stocks. Well, that's gone nationwide. The president's already signed that. So, but why would I need a bump fire weapon? It's only if we want to make it closer to a machine gun. Semi-auto is good enough for me. If you can't have enough fun just pulling a trigger on a semi-auto rifle, then there's something wrong. And a lot of mine are bolt action, and I even have one that looks like it's a WASR-10, which looks like an AK-47, but it is not an AK-47. It has no selector switch on it. It is semi-auto. But even just the way it looks, if I were in Canada, that would be outlawed. The bill does go ahead and say that it stiffens penalties it drops the legal limit of being intoxicated by shooting. If you're shooting a gun, if you have a .08 alcohol blood level, they can confiscate your gun right there on the spot. And then you have to go through some kind of process, and actually there is no due process. It's just taken away. So that's one of the parts of the bill that, well, I don't know. It's good because you should never be drinking and shooting. I mean, that's just plain stupid. Recreational shooting is something, but you don't have to drink and shoot at the same time. It's dumb. I won't do it. I'll occasionally have a beer, but I'm not a drinker anyway, and I won't go out of my way to drink if I shoot. And a lot of my guns are mostly bolt action anyway. They're older. In fact, my federal firearms collectors and relics license is coming up for renewal in August 1st, and I'm not even sure I even want to renew it at all. Just to say, for the same reason, I don't even think I want to renew the NRA. That's coming up next year, and I don't think I want to bother with that either. Because to my mind, all they're doing is just want to collect more money and more money and more money, and really don't get anything for it. So, so this state is going the way of California. Eventually, we will be at the point where it'll be gun confiscation, I'm sure. Sisalack is the first Democratic governor who was a liberal governor, who was the first one we've ever had in here. He was elected by everybody in south of Nevada, basically down in Las Vegas, because they have all the numbers down there. They've got 5.5 million to our 1.5 million up here north, and so basically, eventually, they're going to make sure we don't have any guns here at all. Not even for self-defense, which is stupid, I believe. But anyhow, the other thing is, well, I did finally finish the SX43. As far as I'm going to go with it, it works fine. So I had to move the other monster over. That thing there, the SX101, and it's got a lot of tubes in it. But the problem with this one is it works, but the bypass caps near the power line, it tends to go ahead and blow my breaker all the time. So I know I have to redo that. But the problem with this thing is I can't raise it any higher. I run into that on my thing. But even if I didn't have that there, I have to move it out of the way because there's no possible way I can work on it. To get the cabinet off, I'm going to take all these screws off to take the whole front panel out, and so it'll take quite a while to work on that one. So I'm not even sure I want to work on that. I may switch to something else. But anyhow, again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I didn't go any for Father's Day today. My daughter came over Friday because she had to work the weekend, and she actually barbecued for me in my backyard. So that's all we did. And today I tried to go and find a place to eat breakfast this morning. There was no possible way. The normal places I go to all the time, there were lines out the door. So I said, no way. All I did is I went over to the hardware store, got some ironite to put on my lawn to make it greener, and that was it. So hopefully your Father's Day is going to go better than mine. So that's it for now. See you guys later.